All right, today is the 18th day of this series. We are in John chapter 1, verse 18, and this verse is another verse that proves that Jesus Christ himself is God. Here we go. No one has ever seen God, but the one and only Son, who is himself God and is in closest relationship with the Father, has made him known. So sooner than later, I'm going to be making a video talking about a certain type of belief that does not believe that Jesus is God. It actually disagrees with that, and it disagrees with a couple other things. I'll be talking about that in a separate video. I saw a comment from somebody, and it just brought that specific belief to my attention that I will be talking about, but I'm just going to prove the point that the Bible tells us that Jesus is God. We see in John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. We see in John chapter 1, verse 18, no one has ever seen God, but the one and only Son, who is himself God, and is in closest relationship with the Father, has made him known. We can go over to John chapter 8, verse 58. Very truly, I tell you, Jesus answered, before Abraham was born, I am. And if we go into chapter 10, we can read verse 30, I and the Father are one, and then we can go down to verse 38. But if I do them, even though you do not believe me, believe the works, that you may know and understand that the Father is in me and I in the Father. It is very clear in John that Jesus himself and John both said, John was one of the closest disciples to Jesus, and obviously Jesus himself said that he was God. Jesus himself said he was God. John had further proof that he was God. And I mean, Jesus said it himself, that he was God. Jesus said it. He is God. It says right here, I and the Father are one. I mean, John 10:30, that's what it says. I and the Father are one. That means Jesus is saying he is God. It is very, very, very clear, and it makes sense. It makes sense that Jesus would be God. It makes sense that he had the Holy Spirit inside of him, and that same Holy Spirit can now live in us, and that same Holy Spirit rose him from the dead. It is very clear in the Bible, if we read in context, that Jesus is God. This passage that we read is further conflict over Jesus' claims. Jesus was claiming that he was God. If we go back to verse 8, it's the same thing. Chapter 8. Jesus' claims about himself. It is a claim that he was God. It is very clear in the Bible that Jesus Christ is God. And we can't mix that up. Thank you for watching.